In the previous lesson, we have finally completed the first stage in building our project, which is displaying all questions from our database to our application. I'm sure so far you have learned many things, or at least you have reviewed what you have learned before. Now it's time to continue to the next stage in building our project, that is adding new feature that allows us to create new question. So in this lesson, we're building the question form, and we'll continue validating the form and saving the question to database in the next lesson. Alright, let's open up our terminal. And again, here let's create a new branch. Git checkout -p, and then the branch name will be lesson 7. Okay, firstly, let's add a button. On the top right here, this button will be ask question, a button to create new question. Alright, let's head over to our editor. Open index.php and jump to card header. And here we'll place the heading on the left and the button on the right. In the prior version of Bootstrap, we can utilize pull_left class to place element on the left and pull_right class to place element on the right. But now in Bootstrap 4, we can utilize flexbox. So div class dflex, and then to make the content of both sides in the same baseline, here we can add align items center, like so. Let's move this to here, and we'll place it in heading 2. And then add a new div with class ml auto or margin left auto, so that the button inside it will be positioned in the right. And here let's add an anchor. The target or href attribute will be route questions dot create. If you're not sure which route you will use, just go to your terminal and type php artisan route :list, and you can also filter the route by specify name tag equals and then the name, in this case questions. Here you can see all routes for the questions, and here question create will be mapped to questions controller at create action. Okay, let's give it classes btn outline secondary, and the text will be ask question. Save the changes, and let's see. Alright, here we have all questions heading on the left and the button on the right side. And if you see, they are in the same baseline. Now if we click the button, we'll get a blank page because the create method in our questions controller is currently empty. Right, back to our editor and open questions controller. Jump to create method. Here, let's define a variable to hold empty question object. So, question equals new question, and then return a view questions create, and pass the question object to this view using compact question. Now let's switch to index.php and save this as create.php. Save. Here, let's change the heading to Ask Question. And here, we'll need to change this Ask Question to, let's say, back to all questions. And change the route to questions.index. And here inside cart body, let's get rid of all contents and for now let's just show a message question form. Several changes, and let's see how it looks like. Here we have Ask Question on the left and Back to All Questions button on the right. And here we have question form show up here. Okay, now let's change this text with actual form. Here, let's get rid of this line and define a form. So, form action, and it will be route questions dot store, and then specify method attribute, and it will be post in this case. Inside this form, let's add a div and give it bootstrap class form group. Inside this, we'll need a label for question title, and then the label text will be question title. And we'll also need text input, so input type text, the name will be title, and then the ID will be question title, and the class will be bootstrap form control. Okay, let's duplicate this change the question title to question body. Actually, these 4 and ID attributes are not necessary in this case, but defining them is more semantic, I think. And then here, change the text to explain your question. Here, for the question body, we need text area instead of text input. So let's remove this and add text area. The name will be body. The ID will be question body. Let's set row attribute. Let's say 10 rows. And the class will be form control. Okay, I think we only need these inputs, at least for now, and we'll need a button to submit our question. So let's add another form group. And in here, let's add a button. Specify the type as submit, and then give it classes btn outline primary, and make it a little bigger by specify btn lg class. And then the text will be, let's say, ask this question. Okay, save all this, and let's see. This should be rows, I think. Save, reload again. Okay, great.